So you're looking at your life and you are getting a sense that in one or another area, you're not actually living the experience that you want to live. And many times we look out at that and we see what's wrong with that area, right? Let's say it's in your career or in your professional financial expression, maybe looking and saying, well, why don't clients show up? Why are they taking so long to make a decision? Why am I not meeting my monthly targets, my goals? Why is my company not thriving in this Q4 season, right? You can look at it that way, or you may look at it in another area of your life. Like, why is that relationship reflecting to me so much resentment and contempt? Why is, let's say, another area of your life, maybe you are on a sports team or some other kind of collaboration, and you're seeing that, oh, I have this sense that I'm just like not being supported, and maybe others are finding me annoying, or all of these are experiences that I'm bringing to you from the many conversations that I get to have throughout the day and week. And one common thread to all of this, every conversation that we see that something is wrong, the common thread is this: the ego programming, the structure here that is processing the input information that's coming into your brain, that of sights and sounds and smells and textures, all of that. You may think, oh, I'm getting a pure signal, so I'm seeing accurately. And because I'm seeing accurately, I can really tell that the issue is with this person doing that, or this structure, this system, it doesn't work, it's a broken system, etc. Right? Wrong. The only place that I really encourage you to explore and really see that something is wrong is in the way that you are witnessing, seeing, observing, right? That level of perception. This is where there might be something wrong, if any wrongness at all is appearing on the screen of your consciousness. It's not in the situation. It's not in the person. It's not even in the system. Oh, wow, there's so many broken systems in the world. And yet, within every one of them, you can thrive. You know how I know? Because in every moment, in every day, in every system, in every context, there are those who thrive, those who are in their alignment and feeling happy and feeling on purpose, right? If you want to take an extreme example, we have a very famous book, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. This guy is in a concentration camp, right? He's seeing people drop off the map, so to speak, and he's there with his kid, and he has to come up with a way of being there that is completely ignoring, so to speak, this harsh physical reality, and instead finding a golden thread of moving through that world in a way that actually reveals something different. And his biggest finding, what was that? That was that every freedom can be taken away from man except his freedom to choose his attitude. That's another way of saying choosing or being responsible for your perception. What do you see? Many people kind of confuse this and they say, well, look at this. What I see is bullshit, right? And they are so upset and they are this, and it's like, okay, and now you want me to somehow fake it and turn my frown upside down and gaslight myself? No, not at all. Not at all. What is actually happening is that you are wearing a pair of glasses and you don't realize that these glasses are all smudged up, and they're so smudged up and they're also crooked a little bit. And so you're looking at the world and you're like, oh, everybody's smudged up and kind of crooked. What am I doing in this world? It's a bad place. Yo, take them glasses off, polish them up, right? And really make sure that the lens through which you're looking is pure, right? We've had this around for a while, cleansing the lens of perception. Aldous Huxley, right, pointed this out. That once we cleanse the lens of perception, everything appears how? As it is. As it is. Beatific. Beatific. The ineffable, the oneness, the joy of existence, the all rightness of life, the all things working together for one good, one purpose, one will, one life. And that life is yours. So what I want to invite you into is, number one, pay attention to, let's start like this, very simple, the energy that you are putting out into the world, into the experience. Let's say that you have somebody who's very indecisive, one of your clients, and it's like, oh, maybe this, oh, maybe that, and it's been going on for months. Take a look in your own life and ask this question. Where am I not making a decision that needs to be made in my life? Ask yourself this simple question. Let's do an experiment. If this is you, you write down the answer. What is that one decision that you need to make in your life that you've been putting off? Make the decision. That literally means cutting off other options. So you decide for this, proceed, and then look what happens in the other areas of your life, how they begin to automatically transform themselves, shift, become something other than what they were. What other? Well, actually, whatever quality that you're bringing out and putting out into the world as this seed, is this seed projection, is going to come back to you. Yeah, I mean, it's all over every wisdom teaching, right? It's like, yeah, like as you sow, you will reap that in kind, right? So look at your life and see what kind of seeds you're sowing. If it's the other example, you say, oh, this relationship, so much contempt, so much judgment. Well, what's happening at the level of your mind? Are you also judging with contempt? Maybe you're not judging that person. Maybe it's another person that you've judged with contempt. Doesn't matter. This thing is a hologram. So it doesn't matter if you put something in a compartmentalized apparently area here. I promise you, it's going to sprout over here. It's just the nature of life. This is just the way that it works. So the next step is, after you've had this experiment, this transformation, you're seeing it reflected differently. Now you really want to take responsibility, conscious responsibility for your perception. How am I looking at the situation? And coming back to the idea, right? It's not about gaslighting yourself at all. It is about realizing that this perceptual apparatus, let's call it the brain, let's call it the body, let's call it the individual identity, persona, right? Whatever we want to call it. This is a meaning-making machine. And it's making a meaning not based on pure, objective, somehow stream of raw data. It is completely editing that data. It is emphasizing certain things, de-emphasizing certain things, making you completely blind to certain things, and only highlighting with a spotlight and with neon colors and lights this. And what is that? That is what you want to see. If you want to see that another person is wrong, you will see it. If you want to see that another person is right, you will see it. If you want to see them as good and beneficent in their life, let's say in their relationship towards you, you can see that. Or if you want to see them as a villain towards you, you can see that. The incredible power of decision of what you want to see is yours and yours alone, right? God is not doing this. God, I had an amazing friend and a mentor to me, who shared this with me. And he's like, this experience, right? Because we were like, wait, God's will or manifestation or what's happening here? It's like God provided the alphabet, let's just say. God provided A through Z. Now, keep in mind, it's a metaphor, but let's say God provided the alphabet. Now you have so many different ways in which you can combine the letters into words, words into sentences, sentences into paragraphs, paragraphs into entire narratives. And those narratives, they direct your life. So you may say, oh, what is this? Is this karma? Is this God? Who's doing this to me? You are doing it. You are doing it always through that inner dialogue. There's real key anchors here. Number one, listen to your inner dialogue. Number two, look and observe what is happening out in the world and how you are judging it, what meaning you're making of it, right? Pay attention, because these are your creative tools. You can change that. You can say, oh, I can't believe they did this to me. And you can say, okay, what am I not seeing here that if I would see it, would show me that this is beneficent and to my benefit and actually supports me in my growth and evolution and my real purpose here? If you take a moment, contemplate that, write that, look through that lens now, you're going to see a different world. So that's my invitation and challenge to you is today, no, right now. Like, why not? Why not? This is your life. You are the master of your ship, of your direction, of this spaceship that's moving you through the sea of consciousness, this body, mind, this language, this ability to think, ability to choose. Why not make a choice right now to begin to transform at least one little aspect of this hologram? And I told you, what's going to happen is that the whole thing is going to change. When you change one thing, the whole thing changes. It's that Indra's web, let's say, framework or metaphor, or way of looking at it. So what is the one thing that you would like to change? You can just name an area of your life, like down in the comments, claim it, take a moment, say, this is what I'm going to do right now. As I'm watching the video, I'm going to start to type and say, okay, what is that one area? Where can I make a difference in the way that I'm looking and the story that I'm telling myself about it? And once you define that, then ask yourself the question. The question, again, is this. What is the one thing that I'm missing? That if I were to see it, I would see that this whole experience, this whole area of my life is actually right and has been right to bring me to this place and deliver to me these benefits and these ways in which it helps me to progress to my ultimate goal in this life, right? And you know what that is, right? My ultimate goal, and for, I think, essentially at the core, all of us, despite the character roles that we're playing, our goal is to wake up to the truth that all is well, that all is one, and that it has been so forever, always, and that there's really no need for worry, for friction, for turmoil. These come up as teachers, as lessons, as opportunities, but you no longer believe in them because you know who and what you truly are and who and what these appearances truly are. They only appear to disappear. And they're here to help you navigate this journey into ever greater levels of joy, bliss, existence, consciousness. Okay, I'm going to leave it off there. I hope this has served you. I really want you to take that moment, write it down, ask yourself the question, contemplate it, share in the comments, inspire others, share what breakthroughs you have. Let's make this day a day where you receive more joy, more bliss, more peace than you have ever done before. Let's open to that, right? Open to it and allow it in. Don't force it. Don't expect it, but say, okay, I open to receiving more joy, more peace, more bliss, more trust, more love than I've ever experienced before. I hope this has served you. If you're new here, go ahead, click the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's get this message out to others who are seeing and thinking the problems out there and have an opportunity to completely transform their life through inquiry and through contemplation and through simply making a different decision about what they see. All right. Take great care. Love fully, forgive quickly, and really get present to the opportunity that's available to you right now. Take great care.